Hey friends, this is Bobby Shanks of Shanks Realty Group, and this is a super exciting episode of Kitchen Talk, and my delightful co-host,
Super Donna with Guaranteed Rate Mortgage. Yes, I love that I thought this would be fun to wear a Superman shirt. I love Superman because I knew we each had them, and then you're like, I've got the matching hat and everything, and I'm like, of course you do. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Do you want me to really, really embarrass myself?
Oh no! Are you wearing underoos right now?
I have Superman underwear, as well as other. I don't know. I'm a superhero fan.
Yeah, I am too. I was Wonder Woman for our Halloween one.
Once again, it's just one of those tiny quirks about you and I and how we connect. I remember over 10 years, maybe more than 10 years ago.
The Halloween party.
Yes! We went to that same Halloween party over in South County.
Yes, Tara's party. One of our friends. Gosh. I had the Supergirl costume on.
We're so messed up.
I'm telling you, I would, if I could get away with it, I would wear boots and a cape every single day.
I'm pretty sure you could get away with it.
Pretty empowered with a cape. I like it.
I do have several superhero either shirts or hats.
Yeah. And Marvel characters. You dressed up as Wolverine several times. I know. So I always dress up as Wolverine. You make a really good Wolverine.
Well,
you do.
I try.
Right. So, but this was with purpose today.
It is with purpose. Let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk about it.
So we're going to talk about Night of Superstars. If you go to your favorite browser and you type in NOS STL.
No, other way around. STLNOS.
My bad. STLNOS.com.
Yes.
And why don't you explain to our fans what it is all about?
Night of the Superstars. This is a children's charity. It is an event that is put on annually. This is actually the 10-year anniversary, which is pretty special, and it's the final one, which is pretty special. Both you and I have been involved in the committees and the board in putting this together in past years. It's a really big deal.
It is a big deal.
The superstars are the kids, right? So kids are nominated, kids that have just really triumphed over some pretty big, whether it's a health issue or just some kind of situation that has come up for them, that they became a superstar, they became a superhero from it, and they're being recognized for that.
So to be clear, these are not just randomly selected everyday normal kids. These are kids that have faced some type of basically forever life-altering event, whether it's a physical challenge, a mental challenge, or whatever.
Yeah.
And this is an opportunity to take those children, pick them up in a limousine.
Yes.
They're wearing tuxes. They're wearing basically like prom dresses. It's a gala event.
It is.
This isn't being held in somebody's backyard. This is at
they get the whole works.
A huge casino. Literally red carpet as you are being let out of your limousine.
Yes.
It's a huge deal.
They're brought up on stage. Each person's story is read aloud, and they receive an award, and we celebrate them. They are the superstars. We celebrate them. It's a really nice dinner. It's a great fundraiser. It's a wonderful. It's just a wonderful evening out.
It is.
The band. Was it Jason Ashley? I think he's so good.
From Nashville, right?
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, he is.
He's great with the kids. The kids love him. He has the kids up there singing with him sometimes, and it's just a really, really good event for a really good cause.
So if you would like to come and see Night of Superstars and say hello to Donna and I, the tickets are, in my opinion, considering first of all, the networking event, where it's located, the food.
The food is amazing.
And everything. We're talking about $100 ticket.
Yeah.
If this was some other charity, like these would be $500 tickets. And it's an amazing date night. So bring your best friend. It's emotional.
Bring your Kleenex too, man. Some of these kids' stories will just break your heart.
It is. And I should give a very special shout out to and to point out that this entire event for the last 10 years has been put on by another real estate brokerage.
Yes.
And I don't consider any other realtor or any other brokerage my competition. I like to think of us all as co-opetition, right? So we all cooperate together. Sometimes I compete with another agent at another brokerage. Sometimes I don't win, but I still love those people because
they contribute.
I'm going to be part of another deal with them some other time.
And you and I have always said there's plenty of business for everybody.
Plenty of business for, if you're a hard worker and you're dedicated to your career in real estate, whether it's lending, inspections, being a realtor, whatever, there's plenty of business to go around. And this event is being hosted by Rhonda and Jerry Overberg of ReMax Best Choice, longtime friends of both of ours.
Yeah, great people.
Dee Dee Hill.
Dee Dee is amazing.
Absolutely.
She's been an integral part in putting this on every single year.
One of the most amazing and dynamic real estate agents I've ever had the pleasure of knowing and doing business with. And I'm sure there's a host of others.
It all comes from the heart.
It does.
She is such a caring, given person, and this has been a big deal for her every year.
Huge deal. Yeah,
and she's a good friend of ours. So
and a good friend.
We love you, Dee Dee, and we love everything you do.
If you want to go, you want to check it out online. STLNOS, St. Louis Night of Superstars. STLNOS.com. Check it out. Tickets are super cheap, and I will tell you, it will be one of the most enjoyable, fun evenings of your entire year.
And worthwhile.
And bring your wallet because they auction off some awesome stuff.
They do.
And one last thing.
And their sponsorship level is still
That's what I was going to say. If you're interested in sponsoring one of the most notable children's charities in the Midwest, you have an opportunity to check that on the website as well.
Yes.
All right. Let's talk about some other super stuff.
We didn't even write down.
We didn't even rehearse that.
I know. We just did that. So,
did we just become best friends?
Dun, dun, dun.
I think I picked my nose with that.
Oh, you probably did. So another reason that we wanted to wear our Superman shirts today was we kind of wanted to talk a little bit about what we do to help our customers in a super way, right? So
this is going to be our little mid-year super shameless self-promotion.
Let's do it.
Check-in. So you go first.
Okay. So
tell us why Donna Mitchell is so super.
Okay. I will tell you what my customers tell me that they think is super about me, right? Because it's hard to brag on yourself.
Can I brag on you too?
You can.
Okay.
You can. The things that I hear from my customers and my buyers as well as my realtors, the things that they feel are super about me or that they appreciate. Number one, accessibility.
Yes.
I'm 24/7. Like if you have a question or a concern or a worry, call or text me. It doesn't matter when it is. I hate people that are like stressing over something. They're like, oh, it's Friday at 4:00. I can't call her. They'll wait till Monday, and then they're stressed out all weekend. I tell them every time, just message me.
If that's how you do business in this industry,
you can't.
You're in the wrong business.
But there are a lot of people that still do. Like there are a lot of lenders and bankers that are still 9 to 5. And that's not me, and that's not you. I know. It is. It's interesting to me how many realtors will call and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry to bother you on the weekend." And I'm like, "Girl, this is when I work. Like, I'm like you. Like, I work all weekends." So, accessibility for sure. I look at the bigger picture of things, right? I've been doing lending for 30 years now, whether it was in banking or just doing mortgages.
So when you started, did you have like this?
I was 5 years old.
This thing with like beads and you slide them on like a little
abacus.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm
messing.
I know. But I do have a lot of years. It does. And I have a lot of years in the industry, and I have a banking background, which I think is important. It's something that additional that I can offer my customers because I do look at things as a total debt situation, not just the house payment, right? So I don't look at it and just say, oh, I got you pre-approved for the house and you qualify for this. I'm going to look at everything. I can't tell you how many times I've referred customers, this car payment sounds really high. What are you paying on this car payment? And it'll be like 12%. And I'm like, oh my gosh, now that you'd be shocked how many times that happens. And I work with customers.
That's mafia interest right there.
But it's interesting because I'll work with them to get their credit score up, right?
Yeah.
But in the meantime, when their credit score was lower, they did what they had to do.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, now that we have your score up, let's refinance this car loan. Let's lower that payment. Let's lower your interest. Like, I look at the total debt, and I
Mhm.
can't tell you how many times we have paid off credit cards, refinanced a car loan, did all these things. And then guess what? The new house payment is only going to be $400 more than what you're paying now.
Mhm.
Like, so those are the things that I love, is to truly help my customer in a big way and in the bigger picture,
Mhm.
rather than just looking at this house. If I just look at this house, I'm doing them a disservice. I'm not looking at everything
Yeah.
else and how they really live their lives and what their true financial goals are. So
to add to that,
yeah,
and I'm sure you're used to hearing this from other realtors that you work with, and in our office and in other brokerages. I love that, someone will reach out to me, like, let's say in January, and they're thinking about the move or the purchase or both. And I can turn them over to you, and you and I both have a systematic approach on how we keep in touch with those people. And sometimes as much as a year later, actually a lot of times, months and months and months or a year later, we can reach out to that person. Like, you reach out to them, I reach out to them. Sometimes just a friendly text. And then later on, I'll find out that, oh yeah, I just talked to Donna earlier today. Because like, we were both on the same page, even though we maybe haven't talked about that customer and could have been 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So that is a super duo team. And I so appreciate that, because I'll guarantee you, other lenders, nope, not at all. So anyways, thank you for that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you extra props.
I appreciate that. So I do. I enjoy helping people, and I go the super extra mile for you.
True that.
So, all right, tell us.
I see what you did right there.
Right. And it was like
super metaphor.
And extra mile. So there was like a little hint back to like my running and like what I love there. Like, don't know my passions.
You would run an extra mile.
I would run an extra mile.
27.2.
When we did the Murph, I ran like with everybody. I finished with everybody. I just kept going and going and going, because no man left behind. So I ran mine, and then I ran with everybody till everybody was done.
So I'm going to make a comment on that.
I go the extra mile. Okay.
We were in boot camp together for years.
Yep. We talked about that last week.
Yep. And so I'm echoing that again.
Yeah.
I literally cannot remember one single time out of hundreds of miles that I ran with you.
Yeah.
That whether it was morning boot camp or if it was a weekend 5K or whatever, where you would finish the run. Oh, like, I just want to hug you right now, because this speaks so much to your personality. You would go to whoever was in last place, and you would run them in.
Yeah.
No matter what the distance was.
Yeah. That was always important.
Nothing else needs to be said. That speaks and stands by itself. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Yeah.
But that's and once upon a time, that person would have been me. All right, so here's what's super about Shanks Realty Group.
Tell it. And you have always been in my phone as,
oh no,
your last name, Shanks-tastic.
Oh,
Shanks,
yeah.
fantastic together. Shanks-tastic, right?
Yeah.
I made it a word. So, like, because you're pretty fantastic.
Well, that's awesome.
So now, like, fantastic is close to super. Tell us what you do that is super for your customers.
Here's what really matters to me, especially over the last few years. I want my clients to win. I have a competitive nature, not over the top.
Sometimes over the top.
Well, but I'm older now, so I've mellowed a little bit, and
it's genuine.
I've replaced my maybe over the top competitive nature, like in my 30s, with how do I take that same enthusiasm and be strategic about it? And I'm going to give you an example.
Yes.
So we have an agent here in our office who has written an offer, declined, written an offer, declined, written an offer, declined with this one client. And this client was less than 2 weeks away from pulling out and saying, look, I can't wait anymore. I'm moving from out of state to St. Louis. I have a mover. I have a plane. Like, I have to move. I have to land somewhere with a bedroom. And so she wrote this offer on a certain house. And I said, here's what I want you to do. She came to me.
Oh.
And so this is a double. I not only helped my agent win, but I helped her client win, who was white knuckling after loss.
Yeah.
And here's what we did.
Tell me.
They looked at the house. It was an aha moment. It was the one. And there was definitely going to be multiple offers.
Yeah.
Now, look, if you're a real estate agent, you may not like what I'm about to say, but listen to it. And because this is one of the secrets and one of the secret sauce to working at Shanks Realty Group and how we help our agents and our buyers and sellers win. And here's what we did. We paid, and I want to be careful about confidentiality here, but we went the extra mile on the offer price.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the special agreements, we wrote this. If this offer is accepted today.
Ooh, urgency, time urgency. I love it.
Okay, so all offers have to be in on Monday. This is Friday afternoon.
Okay.
If our offer is accepted by 5 p.m. today, buyer will pay X amount of dollars over our initial offer.
Yeah. That's cool.
Because here's the deal. If our offer is right in, the Rolodex with every other offer that they're going to look at on Monday, well, then we'll pay this price. But if you accept our offer today, we're going to pay this price. And our offer was accepted.
Yay. That's cool.
And
that's a great story. And it's strategic. And
it's a strategy.
That strategy comes with experience.
And it comes with experience.
Yeah.
So I have
and love.
Well, true.
That's true.
True love. So I've got so many of those type of examples and stories.
And they're all captured on video on your. Many of them are captured on video, right? On your page.
Many are
on your page. That's what we love about all those.
And some of them are on our customer
here.
testimonials that we
right here on the couch.
Yeah, that we do with our Freedom Title, little studio over there. So I could go on and on, but my clients like to work with me for the same reason they like to work with you, because they know I'm going to go the extra mile. I was referred to them by somebody that we did a good job for, whether it was 10 years ago or whenever. Or maybe it was the parents referring their children, which we're doing a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I don't just go about my job like, here's another deal, here's the normal paperwork, here's the normal process. No. I try to think, I've got to go around this monopoly board, and I want to make sure that I'm touching all of these squares since before we write the offer. So I'm premeditatively thinking through everything that could happen to make sure that we're getting to the finish line before anybody else.
So it's not like a monopoly board. It's more like the game Mousetrap. Sometimes I almost said Chutes and Ladders. In this market, it's kind of like Mousetrap, where you kind of got to maneuver around this, and you have to have enough experience in the field to know what the soft spots are. On both my side, financially, what are our soft spots? Let's get beyond that. With the house and inspections and negotiations, what are the soft spots? We're here to maneuver through those things for you. Here's another just smaller example.
I would say 7 out of 10 times, whether I'm a listing broker or a buyer's agent, I end up explaining to the other agent, educating, helping, right? Consulting, advising, building rapport, a friendship, right? Not inflammatory. That is so not me.
Right. We have the same goal.
I win with sugar.
Win-win.
I win with sugar, not salt or vinegar. So I end up explaining to them what they should say to their own client. And it works most of the time. And I will
We're
say,
setting everybody up for success.
Yeah,
I like to
win-win.
use that. We're setting
You're
everybody
exactly
up
right.
for success. Yeah.
And when you handle that right, and you talk through it right, and you do it from a heart of companionship and being helpful and trying to create a win-win,
Genuine care for the customer.
You are setting yourself up for a future relationship with that agent for years to come. And let me tell you, and you know this, if you're one of the agents out there that is known for being the a-hole, I'm just being honest, nobody wants to work with you.
That sticks.
But if you're the agent,
like the good stuff, either way, it's going to stay with you.
But if you're the agent that everybody knows and trusts and knows that you will make it happen, and you have experience with them of winning in the past cooperatively, the next time you're in that multi-offer situation or you're in that tough negotiation situation,
it means something.
They remember.
Sure.
And I remember too. And it makes a difference.
It does.
It just does.
So be super.
Be super. Don't be super hot. Well, I mean, you can be super hot. I'm talking about the weather, though.
We're super hot, but
I'm just thinking about how hot it is. Super hot outside.
It is hot out.
Tell you what, you can be super hot. Do you, boo boo?
There you go.
All right, that was a good episode.
That was fun. Was it good or was it super?
Super.
I know. One more time. All right.
All right. Peace out, everybody. We love you. Mwah.